Lamborn.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and thank you, Mr. Secretary, for being here today. We really appreciate hearing from you.
Yes, sir.
There's a lot of things we could talk about, but the need of the moment is to try to get to the bottom of what the details are surrounding this Inspector General's report that has just come out. You may have heard the testimony of the Inspector General earlier today that while the waiting lists in Phoenix contributed to some or all of the 40 deaths of veterans in Phoenix, it did not cause their deaths, and they made a distinction between contributing to their deaths and causing their deaths. In light of that, was it misleading for some of the press headlines after a leak was made to have headlines like "No deaths related to long waits," which was one, or another that said "No links found between deaths and veterans' care delays"?
Sir, I am reacting as if every shortage of care, every shortage of access to care is incredibly important. Someone said it earlier, you have to think about this one veteran at a time. I am a veteran. Mm-hmm. I do have injuries from my time in the service. I think about this, my father-in-law was a prisoner of war. He had post-traumatic stress. He was shot down in World War II. Until we got him to the VA, we didn't know what the problem was. My uncle suffers from Agent Orange, 101st Airborne Division. This is very personal to me, so we're acting as if every shortage is absolutely important, and we're going to fix it with your help.
So are those headlines accurate?
To me, I'm telling you, I'm going to act as if every veteran deserves the care they need, and I'm going to provide it to them, and that's what I'm acting.
Well, what do you think about the fact that someone in the Inspector General said it wasn't someone in their office, leaked to the press an important sentence out of the report before it was released to the public? Do you have any concern about that?
I don't know anything about that.
Is it any violation of VA ethics or rules or regulations or law to release something before public release?
I don't know.
Are you going to look into this?
Well, certainly we've had lots of leaks all over the place. I read about Dr. Foote's testimony in the newspaper this morning.
Okay, let me change.
The important thing, sir, is to create a culture. We've got to create a culture that's open and transparent and that works on veterans' issues, that looks at every single issue from the veterans' lens, okay?
I agree with
that. The 3 hours I spend waiting to testify is time I'm not spending working on veterans' issues in the field where the veterans are being cared for.
Okay, let me pursue something you were talking to the chairman about. I hear from veterans all the time that they are amazed that no one in Phoenix has been fired for the unacceptable waiting lists in Phoenix. Apparently,
sir, I said that we have proposed disciplinary action against 2 of the SCS employees in Phoenix.
Are those the 2 that are on paid leave?
That is currently underway. That is the rule of law. If you would like to change the law.
We did change the law.
Sir, you changed the law so it affects the appeal only.
So the 2 that are on paid leave, is that the extent of what we're going to look at as far as any kind of consequence?
I think you heard Mr. Griffin say that the FBI and other investigative sources are in Phoenix right now. And you also have received a report from me every week that tells you the people who we are disciplining. Okay. The report we gave you yesterday has 19 people on it. We will track that report weekly. We will update it weekly, and we will make sure that we discuss with you whatever you'd like to discuss about that report.
Now, are those the people that the Department of Justice declined to do criminal prosecutions of?
I'm not familiar with those people. That's with Mr. Griffin. You would have to handle it. These are the people that we administratively feel should be called out and brought to task for what they did. Which is an important part of changing the culture, as the IG said. You have to hold people accountable, or you're not going to change the culture.
Mr. McDonald, that's why I want you to take some action, because that is part of...
Sir, I am taking all the action the law allows me to take.
Well,
with due process.
we're here to help you.
I know you are, and
let's get
we've
it
talked
done.
with the chairman about potentially working together on other legislative remedies, and we look forward to working with you on that.
Okay, thank you. Let's get it done.
Yes, sir.